In this video, we're going to show you how to install a downstream O2 sensor on your Ford F-150 located in your catalytic converters. With the vehicle raised and supported, you want to go ahead and locate the splash shield right here. It's behind the engine cross member. It's going to be 4 8mm screws. There's 2 in the back here, and there's going to be 2 in the front. Loosen and remove these. And remove the shield. Here we are on the driver's side of the exhaust system. Now right up top here is the Upstream O2 sensor. Down here is the downstream that is in the catalytic converter. Now we went ahead and sprayed this down, the upstream, with the rust penetrant and let that soak in for a little bit. And we're going to use a 22mm opened end wrench. We want to go ahead and loosen this. Now you don't have a lot of room to actually work in here, but if you can get it loose, in most cases you can get up there and spin it out by hand. Now ours is loose, we can spin it by hand. What I need to do next is follow the wire harness down, and it loops around and it comes back, and there's a connector inside of a little harness. We're going to pop it out of the retainer, and we want to go ahead and disconnect the harness end. Now if we follow that catalytic converter down and around, we're going to go up just between the front drive shaft and the side of the transmission, and we're going to come up to this red connector right here. You want to push on this little tab on the back side and pull the O2 sensor harness out. So you can actually fit 2 hands up in here, press that, and pull this out. Now that we have that disconnected, we can literally just go ahead and unthread that O2 sensor out of the upstream pipe. So now we're going to go ahead and grab the O2 sensor and start to spin that out. Now as we're doing this here, we want to go ahead and make sure that the wire harness spins with it. It's going to make it easier for you to pull it out. So thread everything out together. Now once we install the new component, we're going to do the same thing. You want to thread it in and rotate the harness with it. You don't want the wires to break internal of the new harness. Now I want to go ahead and grab the new O2 sensor here. And on the pigtail end where we just disconnected, this has a retainer on it. Now, the other corresponding connector has a locking retainer on it. So on this particular sensor, it's not needed. I'm going to simply use my flathead pocket screwdriver, and there's a little release lock right here. We can lift that right up and out and slide that right off the track. It's not going to be needed. Now on the other end, we have a protective cap. I'm going to slide this off. You want to be careful pulling this off. Now around the threads here is going to be some anti-seize compound. You want to make sure you don't get any on the sensor. If you do, simply wipe it off. We get a tiny little bit right here. You can just wipe it off. You can use a rag if you want to as well. But what's going to happen is this is going to assist us in making sure that this doesn't rust into the exhaust pipe. And then between the nut side here and the threads is going to be a crush washer. You can see it's loose. This is going to be the part that as we tighten it down, it's going to crush and seal as we tighten it. Let's go ahead and get to it. And feed our new sensor up in a position. Install that. There we go. As we thread it in, remember, rotate that harness with it. Let's go ahead and tighten that down. A little bit of patience because you don't have a lot of room to move here. You can feel the crush washer seating or crushing, which is perfect. Okay, it's completely seated. You want to just tighten that down pretty snug. You'll feel it bottom out and it won't go anymore. We'll run our harness up, pop it into this little loop retainer here. There it is. Now we can run the wire back and reconnect it. Press it together. You should hear it and feel it click into place, and then pop the wire up into this retainer right here. Now if you happen to have a check engine light on due to this Upstream O2 sensor, don't forget to use a scan tool, properly clear that code, and then go for a road test. Now we have our splash shield up in place. let's get all of these screws started. Get the two back ones, and then we'll do the same for the front. Now that we have the two back ones in, we're going to come to the front. Between the two bolts here, there's going to be a little tab that needs to be folded up and tucked up inside the shield. And then go ahead and get our bolts started here. All right, let's tighten them all down. Gently snug these down. Once these are done, let's repeat for the two front.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.